and roll, Chicago. Rock and roll, Chicago, my hometown. Well, I was born in the city, gonna rock the city, Chicago. Chicago rock and rollers are the best you're ever around.
Hey, this is Paul Martin
And Ray the Roadie.
for the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast. How's it going today, Ray? What are you doing over there?
I got some sheet metal. I'm riveting it together.
Oh, I see.
Is this bothering you?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying right now. Can you stop while we
All right, well, hold on a sec.
do this intro here?
Okay, I'm done for now.
That was your rivet gun?
That was my rivet gun.
I see.
See how nice my sheet metal looks?
Oh, yeah, it looks great.
does.
It's nice and shiny.
It's shiny. It's held together
Yes, with rivets.
with rivets.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
There used to be a cartoon thing in the paper. It was like a dog named Rivets.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was that about?
About a dog.
Oh.
About a dog's name was Rivets.
Okay.
So,
I haven't read the paper in years.
no.
No.
Well, I'm surprised you know how to read.
I'm surprised too.
So what's going on?
But you know what? I can write in cursive.
Oh, so can I.
So
Ask some
I got that going for
ask
me.
some people nowadays, like, what's that?
Yeah.
What's that? So how's your health is good?
My health is fine. Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm still chugging along. We'll doing nothing. Everything's closed. Everything's.
I've got plenty of toilet paper.
Do you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I finally found a use for all my mismatched socks.
There you go. That's a good idea.
Yeah, just wash them.
Yeah.
Use them over and over again.
Okay. So who we interviewing this week? I forgot now.
You know what? The odd thing is, it's Rosie and the Rivets.
Oh,
Isn't
that's
that ironic that I was riveting and
Yes, you're sheet metal.
and I understand you find me quite riveting too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, we met with Rosie and with Frank. And,
Frank and Nino, right?
yeah, Frank and Nino. We had a nice talk with them and about their band.
And Christine, actually, a.k.a. Rosie.
A.K.A. Rosie, yes, for some people out there. But
But yeah, we had a nice talk with them, and let's see what they have to say for themselves.
let's go and do it.
Okay. How you doing? We're meeting today with Frank and Nino and Rosie from Rosie and The Rivets. How are you guys doing?
So good. We're doing very well. Thank you so much for having us.
Good
No
to see
problem.
you guys. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
So now I know the band's been together a couple of years. Tell us what happened and how you got started.
It's a family show, Frank. Be nice.
That's a good story. We, Christine and myself, or Rosie, Rosie and myself started dating, and eventually the guitars came out, and we sang together. And I didn't know she was a singer. She didn't know she was a singer. And right then and there, we kind of decided to start doing something. We weren't sure what it was going to be. We started out as a duo. And had a little bit of success.
Yeah, we started out, we called ourselves the Jerks. And it was really hard to get work because people thought we were like teenage punks or something.
Yeah.
And, they were singing, Moon River and
Buddy Holly songs and things like that. So we...
Cool jerk? You were singing cool?
Yeah. That was kind of the pun. That and we really liked the movie... The Jerk, and we were doing Tonight You Belong to Me, like Bernadette Peters and Steve Martin. So
on the ukulele, yeah.
But we decided to change the name just because,
Well, people started dancing to us as a duo with, the rhythm being in the guitars, as the Beatles said early on. But we thought, what if we added the bass and the drums? And that's how the full band started, just like dancers.
See, now what were you doing before that? Because I know, Frank, you've had some history of playing. Did you play too, Rosie?
No, I was a flight attendant.
Oh, okay.
And that one time that Frank came over and we were playing guitars, he said, what if I asked you to leave the airlines and play Buddy Holly music till 2 a.m. with your friends drinking wine. I said, sold. But the thing was, I said, we have to work, every weekend. Like I have to be able to pay for health insurance and all that sort of thing. So we worked every single weekend from the day that I left the airlines. Like he has kept this band going. It's the heart and soul right there.
Right.
Stop it. It's a team effort.
So you quit shortly thereafter, right?
Oh, yes. Yes. Buddy Holly and wine. Yes. Easy sell.
So you weren't playing any music then prior to that, right?
No. Nope.
And what about you, Frank?
I was in a band called American English, playing the John Lennon role. And I was...
Were you at the time you met Rosie?
I was.
Okay.
I was. But I was kind of looking to get out of that. It was starting to become like Groundhog Day. Every day you woke up, put the wig on, saying she loves you, every day, pretty much. So I was doing that and kind of looking for something else. And then we got this together, and it was an easy transition. I never really stopped playing music. I just went from Beatles to Elvis.
Yeah, we still work the Beatles in a little bit here and there.
We do some Beatles too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Very good. Very good. Now you have history with Eddie. Now you've been playing guitar, obviously, a long time.
I have.
And you play Gretsch guitars, I see.
I do.
Yes.
I do. We're endorsed by Gretsch. They love us. We love them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gretsch. I actually started out as a drummer, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and realized that drummers don't get girls, so I taught myself to play the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, guitar works.
Yeah. Clearly.
Oh God!
Now, how long did you play with American English?
I was with them for 5 years. Prior to that, I was with a band called the Fab Four, which is kind of a nationally touring tribute. So,
okay.
Yeah, I was a Beatle for about 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah, it's more than Pete Best can say.
It's more than Pete Best. It's more than the Beatles can say.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely more than the Beatles.
That's true. That's true. So now you guys are doing Elvis, you're doing Buddy Holly and kind of a rockabilly sound, right?
Yes, sir.
So describe why you went to that.
Well, it was kind of organic. I mean, we were just playing the songs we liked when we were still the Jerks. Well,
and a lot of songs with harmony. So Everly Brothers
and early Beatles and things like that. And there was no real formula. We just kind of gravitated towards the music we loved and grew up with. And people just responded. So we decided to get more serious. And like Rosie said, we added the bass and drums and, but there was no real grand plan to, let's be a retro band or an oldies band or a rockabilly band. It just, people danced when we played Tutti Frutti and we thought, that's a good job.
Yeah. Yeah, so now you talk about the other guy, the rest of the band. Who else is in the band?
We have Cody Saragusa on bass, and Cody was with the Million Dollar Quartet and the Buddy Holly Story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
And we have Derek Martins on drums. So
yeah, I know Derek. I know Derek from his days with he played JP and the Kids.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes. It's a good kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he talks about a lot of adventures, misadventures
with JP and the Cats.
Yeah. I know they used to come into the casino there where I used to work, and they so I got to know him because his name is the same. My son his name is Derek Martin.
Oh, okay.
But his is Martins, spelled different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but otherwise, and so we kind of bonded because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I call him Daryl. So that's how I keep it straight. I
as long as he plays the right beat, right?
That's right.
You're bad with names.
I'm terrible with names. Yeah, our own name, our own band. I was just getting nervous. I'm just getting used to being on the microphone like 5 years ago. And I was introducing the band and just called us a complete different name of another band that we know and love, locally in Chicago. That we work with. And I was like, we're not that band. They're great. We love them. And so they'll never let me forget it.
Yeah, well, that happens.
So
that happens. I've done that myself.
Thank you.
I play in two different bands, and I've accidentally said the wrong name on stage several times.
Okay, now Frank, not just me.
No, we'll give you some reprieve on that one.
Appreciate that.
So do you have any original music that you do?
We're working on some original things.
Just it's a matter of finding the time.
Okay.
We Christine writes, I write. We write a little bit together. we're just trying to find a way to integrate it with what we do, to get that sound, sandwiched between, Buddy Holly and the Everly Brothers.
We do some shows where people are listening, they're sitting, they're watching. And then we do a lot of shows where it's just dance. So if we threw in an original song, all of a sudden everybody sat down.
Right.
Put a wrench in the gears.
Yeah.
But it's on the to-do list. There's been a lot of requests for it, although after they hear it, they might change their mind. No. We'll get to it.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So, Rosie, do you have any kind of musical background? He said you do some of the writing. You just kind of pick this up?
Yeah. This is a terrible story because it just sounds awful, except I'm watching all these Beatle documentaries. I'm a Beatle freak. And I was listening to Paul McCartney talking, I sat down and we had to do this. We had this deadline. And so John Lennon and I sat down and we wrote 25,000 songs in one afternoon. And I was like, if these 14, 13-year-old boys can sit down and decide they're going to have to write a song, this grown woman is going to sit down and write a song. Yeah. And I did. And if it's nowhere near Love Me Do or any of that, but I was like, if you give yourself a deadline, you say you're going to do it, good or bad, write it down. And that's how that started.
Well, sure. If you put your mind to it, anything, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's not Love Me Do, but it's Do Me Love. I don't know. It's close. It's close.
No, it's good. You don't have any bad habits that you've,
right. Not yet.
Right. So now it's something brand new.
Right.
Frank, have you had any other writing with any other bands or?
Not really. No. I've done a lot of recording. Bands would call me in to play guitar or drums earlier on, sure. but not really. I would collaborate, but nothing of note. I started really early in doing the Beatle gig. I was about 19 when I basically quit college and started touring the world as a Beatle impersonator. So that's taken up a good chunk of my career until we got Rosie and the Rivets going.
Okay, so this is all new to you too? This
is pretty new to me as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now when did you start playing guitar then?
I was about 18, 19. I was a drummer before then.
Right.
I still am at heart. I'm still tapping, driving everybody nuts.
Oh God.
I look at drums. I'm on Craigslist looking at drums.
Oh really?
I don't buy them, but I'm like, that'd be a nice set to have. So I'm still a drummer at heart. But no, I just picked up the guitar. It's the joke is for the girls, but it was more to just get out there, to get out front, to accompany myself. Right. It's hard to do on the kit. So
right.
Just influenced by George Harrison, Scotty Moore, all the people we play in our show, or all the Ventures, music, right? The Ventures, all the music we play in our show are, I
was going to ask you who your influences were. Yeah,
just the artists that we perform are the artists who influenced me. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, Frank, what's that story about your friend with the Richie Valens?
Oh,
it's one of my favorite stories that he tells.
So we're doing a Beatle gig, and Lou Diamond Phillips was there, who famously played Richie Valens in the movie La Bamba, and the George Harrison in our band at the time. His famous story was that he was it was between him and Lou Diamond Phillips to play Richie Valens. And we didn't believe him because he was the kind of guy who, also said he sailed on the Titanic. He was a BSer, Yeah. And so we're doing this gig. Lou Diamond Phillips is there and he's like, oh, wait till Lou sees me. And we're all, poking each other going like, yeah, right. Sure enough, we're at the bar and Lou Diamond Phillips comes right up to him and says, Danny, it's so good to see you, man. It should have been you. You could actually play and sing. You should have played Richie Valens. And our jaws hit the floor. But it was wait till Lou sees me. We're like, yeah, right. But no, it happened.
Wow.
It happened.
Well, now you've got Cody Goose.
Saragusa.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's called Goose now.
Yeah.
But now is that the same bass player you originally had?
No, Cody replaced Dan Moore, our original bass player.
All right. Now is Cody a lefty?
No,
No?
he's right.
'Cause wasn't
He's
your-
an upright.
Oh, he plays upright bass.
Yes.
And didn't the Dan play a lefty bass? No?
He played righty, but he played the Dan Electro Longhorn, so it was kind of symmetrical. It sort of looked like
I was thinking that.
yeah.
Now, Cody, you said it was played with.
He was with the Buddy Holly story, the not the most recent run of it, but the
here in Chicago.
here in Chicago,
Yeah.
but the original run, and he was with the Million Dollar Quartet on and off for a long time.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave. You know it's the light goes. That'll be the day.
He's a great upright bass player, and
Yeah.
Just such a nice guy too.
such a good dude, and really into rockabilly. He lives it. He lives
Yeah.
it. He knows it. We can suggest a song, and he doesn't even have to run it. He knows it.
And he works part-time at a pie shop, and every now and then he brings pie.
So
Oh, well, that's key.
you gotta love that guy. Yeah.
We do love that about him.
So you said
So
that you try to keep busy, every weekend, getting gigs every weekend. Is it just local, or do you travel around the country? Or
We're around the Midwest. I'd say,
We're huge in Iowa.
they love us in Iowa. Now, about 75% of our shows are Chicagoland, but then, we'll venture out to Wisconsin, Minnesota.
We did play the Surf Ballroom, and that was
In
just,
Iowa, that was-
for their winter
Oh,
dance
right.
party.
That
That
was
was
wonderful.
amazing. Yeah.
That was where Buddy Holly, right?
Yeah.
That was the last gig for
His
Buddy
last gig,
Richie
right,
and
yeah.
Big Bopper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you didn't fly then, right?
No, sir.
we drove.
We did go visit the crash site and paid our due respect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was nuts. You walk out about a mile and a half through, mud,
Right.
and there's a little memorial there, but it's
Somber.
very somber.
Yeah.
It's I
Imagine. Yeah.
recommend going if you're ever in the area. And of course, the Surf Ballroom, they have restored it. Actually, I don't think it ever really changed. I don't know if they had to do too much restoration, but it's a time capsule. It's as it was back then. So there's definitely a vibe and a feeling playing that stage.
Yeah. Imagine it's pretty exciting too. Yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
huge.
while I was on stage, just tears were in my eyes, and there were pictures of Buddy Holly and Richie Valens and the Big Bopper, and just everybody out there dressed retro, for the dance party. It was,
Where's
emotional.
that at now?
It's Clear Lake, Iowa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Richie Valens' sister, Connie, was there and sought out Rosie and was very complimentary
Mhm.
of you. And, I think you were the only person who performed La Bamba and actually got the words right. So, but besides that, she was very big fan of Rosie. So that was a nice endorsement from the Valens family that they gave us a thumbs up.
Do you speak Spanish? Is that why?
Solo un picato. Picato. No, I don't.
You do. You have a degree.
In philosophy. I don't know.
You have a minor in Spanish.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to use it or you lose it, and I lost it.
So when did you play? Was it this past winter that you played the
That was 2 winters ago.
2 winters ago?
Yes.
That's the only time you've ever played there?
That's the only time we've ever played there.
And you know where else? On that tour, we went up to Minneapolis. What was that place that...
We played
that-
Lee's Liquor Lounge. Have you guys heard of Lee's Liquor Lounge?
No.
It's a very famous... What would you compare it to? The Green Mill in a way?
Possibly,
It's,
yeah.
it's maybe
but
not quite
Okay.
as swanky, but it's that
for
was
that
cool.
kind of music, for that kind of,
for roots music.
yeah, that was
very
a
cool.
treat.
Yeah.
Lee's?
Lee's Liquor Lounge. If you're ever in Minnesota, Minneapolis, it is the place.
Really?
Great music every
Yeah,
night.
great feel. It was just cool vibe.
I'm
people.
going to Minnesota in September,
Okay,
so I may have to check that out.
definitely
Oh, yeah.
check out Lee's.
Yeah.
I'll let them know you're heading up that way.
Okay, would you please?
So I'm sure you've got quite a few gigs booked currently, except that, of course, nobody's playing anywhere right now.
Right.
Yeah, it is heartbreaking.
Mm.
Yeah.
We have, and I can't say they're going to all stay, but right now we're at about 100 shows between now and the end of the year. But
Okay.
Wow.
I think we've had 12 cancellations.
Well, you guys are doing this full time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you mentioned that Goose works at a pie shop, right? Is everybody in a band otherwise full-time musician?
Yeah, our drummer, full time.
Derek is?
Mhm.
Derek is. Yes.
Is Derek playing with anybody else or no?
He's with Billy Croft and the Five Alarm,
Okay.
which is a country band. He plays with them when he can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We keep him pretty busy, though.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say if you've got 100 shows booked
Yeah.
between now and the end of the year,
Yeah.
obviously with this craziness that's going on now, that you've got some dates that are canceled.
Yeah.
But what have you got coming up that's in April that hasn't been canceled? Maybe.
Okay.
Well,
What?
let me look.
I know we have some.
I know more about our canceled shows than I do about our.
Right.
I see you play Club Arcada.
We do.
Okay, now it's at the Arcada Theater.
Correct.
Yes, third floor.
Oh, it's upstairs, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's like a speakeasy vibe.
The 20s.
The hidden door behind the bookshelf. And you have to know the code to get in. It is really cool. It's decorated just so great. The ambiance.
The ambiance
It's
is great.
wonderful.
The service is great. The food's very good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
Bono
it's open to
knows
the
how to
public,
cook.
obviously, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
I've never been up there. I've been to the Arcada several times, but
Sure.
I've never been up there.
Oh,
It's
make your
worth
way.
going up just to, have a drink or
Yeah.
just, you can get lost in that place just looking at
Ron
at the
Onesti did a
decor.
wonderful, wonderful job with that place.
Yeah, I was supposed to play Ron Onesti's Club 210 in April.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
And
It's pending.
well, no, it's
Postponed.
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 Yes.
Right.
I don't want to say canceled. It's postponed.
Sure. I like postponed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
210 is great as well.
Yes.
Have you played there?
Yes.
We have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice vibe
Yeah.
as well. Mhm. Nice dance floor.
Great
Yeah.
stage. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
I think you do the casino tours.
We do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We do.
We do appreciate the casino
We love the
gigs.
casinos.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You do, especially.
Oh, hush now.
Where's Rosie? Oh, there's the slot machine.
You know what?
We're back on.
Come on. Maybe you're right.
So you'd be doing a lot of festivals this summer too. Doing a lot of outdoor stuff.
Yeah, tons of summer concert in the park type shows, and a lot of fests. But right now, unfortunately, they're on hold as far as booking into the summer because nobody really knows.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Our
What's
phone
gonna-
hasn't rang in a week.
Yeah,
No
That's scary.
new bookings. And I've reached out to some other bands and other band leaders, and they're in the same boat.
everybody's saying it.
Right.
Everything's in limbo right now. So
Right. Yeah, I know it's a shame, but I'm waiting for the government to give relief to the working musician. But I don't think that's going to happen.
keep waiting.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's such a scary time right now, and every day it's just getting more scary.
Oh yeah.
Time you sign on, check out the news. It's like, oh no, now what?
So Frank, you have any good stories back from the Beatle days?
Oh gosh. Too many. I could write a book. Most of them I can't really repeat, but we did a lot of cool things,
He's been everywhere. with that
Yeah,
band.
yes. It's and getting to play some of the places the Beatles played, that was surreal, like the Cavern Club.
You did?
I
Mhm.
did play
Okay.
the Cavern. I got to record at Abbey Road Studio 2,
Oh, very cool.
which was like, going to church. You walk in that room and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
There's
You hear a choir of angels singing. Yes.
And that was surreal, because that room hasn't changed and they have the equipment, they were wheeling out the microphones and, there's the piano where, they played the ending chord on A Day in the Life,
right.
and it's all still there and, accessible to you if you record in that room. So
Wow.
that was a highlight. That definitely was a highlight. And, Carnegie Hall was very cool. Played the Budokan. That was very cool.
Oh,
Yeah. So just places.
so you've been around the world, pretty much.
Yes.
That was with Fab Four?
That was with the Fab Four mostly.
Yeah.
A couple things with American English, but the Fab Four. And I was with a band. First Beatle band I was in was a local Beatle band called British Export. That's where I got my start, which I think they were British import, and then somebody left and had to change it to British export. But that's how I got, the band needed a John Lennon. I knew somebody in the band, a buddy of mine was playing Paul, and said, hey, you kind of resemble, try out for this. And, I was going to school. I was working at a jewel store.
Yes.
I wasn't
The jewels.
I wasn't anticipating doing this, at least at that level. And, next thing I know, I'm going around the world and, playing music for people and, non-English speaking countries, but they all know Hey Jude.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Sure, they know I want to hold your hand, all of them, right?
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And it was lovely. And, I wouldn't trade it for the world. And, glad to have done it. And, glad to have taken some of that knowledge and put it into Rosie and the Rivets, how to,
Right.
put on a show, Christine will tell you, I'm very anal about our equipment and the sound and and that's a carryover from the Beatles thing. It's
Right.
like, if you want to sound like John Lennon, you need this guitar plus this amp
Right.
plus
A Rickenbacker with a Vox or whatever.
an AC30 and this and that and whatnot. And I'm a little crazy about that in Rosie.
Yeah, you are.
So
It's okay.
But now, Rosie, you taught yourself to play guitar, or did you take lessons? Or
Taught myself, but I play a G, a C, and a D. I think most of those rockabilly songs, maybe throw in an E minor, get crazy, throw in a B7. Look at me, I'm playing guitar. But he worked.
well,
with me.
that's good though. I mean that you did that, because a lot of people give up on it really quick. I've
yeah.
Yeah, well, the blisters,
Oh, yeah.
That's the
makes people,
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
People
No,
stop.
it's amazing. You're self-taught vocalist. Again, we went out on a couple dates and then, we started talking like, oh, you play guitar too? So we decided to jam, and, she played guitar great and sang great when she sang. I think you sang Superstar by the Carpenters, by Karen Carpenter. And my jaw hit the ground.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not a professional singer? No, I work for the airlines. It was kind of blew my mind.
well, now Frank, you sing, but is the other guy sing in the band or no?
Backgrounds.
Background.
Yes.
So
Oh, gosh.
everybody's.
Yeah, our drummer keeps threatening that he wants to sing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, boy.
Yeah. Derek keeps threatening like, oh, I could throw in a harmony. Like,
Can you?
Yeah.
Hey, give the guy a chance. You
Yeah.
never know.
Oh, we
yeah.
will, for sure.
Yeah. Give the drummer some. Yeah.
He's wonderful. We love him.
Drummers aren't supposed to sing though, but but if they can, I suppose you got to let them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But so besides those other dates, we don't know what's going to happen here, right?
No,
We don't.
Fingers crossed.
One day at a time,
Yeah. Yep.
But then we get to do fun stuff like this, so we do appreciate
Yeah.
it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, the house is going to get very clean. I think that, all those things that we have not had time to do because we're working suddenly,
You can
spring cleaning.
you can handle Mount Closmore in the corner there, Frank's.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Calls
Mount
my
Closmore. That's- I like
laundry
that.
pile is
I
Mount
like that.
Closmore.
I like that.
Apparently.
Uh-huh.
I like that. That's good. I can use that on my kids.
Yeah.
So how do we find you social media wise, or
We have an Instagram, which is Instagram/Rosie and the Rivets. And we have a Facebook page. If you haven't liked it, please do. And we have a website, which is rosieandtherivets.com.
right?
Has links to our CD, which is for sale.
We do have a
Oh,
CD for sale.
Oh, that's right. Let's talk about the CD. Yes.
We recorded at Custom Recorders in Crete, Illinois. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those guys. It's the brothers from Iron Horse. They were, they still are. They're great rockabilly country band. They had some success on, America's Got Talent?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
were
okay.
finalists. And basically what they did is the funds that they got from doing that, they sunk into a studio in Crete. And they bought Crete, Illinois. They bought all vintage analog equipment.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Everything.
It's so cool.
It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Really check it out because your mind will be blown. Talk
Yeah.
about stepping back in time. Everything. I mean, they have a plate reverb. They had to build
Nice.
a closet to put the
Nice.
big giant. They have everything. Tape machines and so anyway, they're friends of ours, and we went there and recorded our record there and did it the old-fashioned way. You know, no overdubs, no computers, no pitch correction.
Just the whole band playing?
Just the whole band, you know, with maybe an overdub for the vocal.
Right.
We did one Christmas song on there, and I was singing it. I'm like, I just don't have the Christmas feel. So one of the brothers took out a Christmas tree, wrapped lights around it, and that was wonderful.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
That's cool.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I see it says volume 2 though. Is there a volume 1?
There is a volume 1, which is out of print, but we intend to order another batch of those.
I see.
Yeah. And we did the same thing. We recorded both at Custom with Aaron and Carl.
Right. So it seems that in the 5 years you guys have been together, you've been pretty busy doing that and playing quite a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we have to, you know, it's our job. There's no great mystery to it. Everybody says, you know, well, wow, you guys are so busy, but it's really just to, you know, pay the bills and live a decent life.
We're so lucky.
But we are lucky. We are lucky.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you do a plethora of different songs. Rosie, what are some of your favorites that you like to do?
I like to sing the boys' songs, and some people will come up to me and say, you know, you should change Run Around Sue to, Run Around Lou. I'm like, I'm going to sing the song as it was intended. So I like to rock out to the boys' song. I like Jailhouse Rock, it's one of my favorites to sing. But Tutti Frutti and Good Golly Miss Molly, I like to just scream those out. It's a lot of fun. And then I'll do Dream Lover and kind of take it down a little bit. And my mom's like, okay, good. There's one that you don't growl on.
And Frank, how about you?
It's funny you said you like singing the boy songs, because I like when you sing the girl songs. I like when Rosie does like the Shangri-Las and Walking in the Sand and Please Mr. Postman, the Marvelettes. I love that because, I obviously haven't been able to really do that before,
right.
Being in a band with all guys. So it's nice to hear, those great late 50s, early 60s.
Right. Hear a woman's voice.
Yeah. And just really doing it justice with a lot of soul.
He said that we would know he found somebody new. Let me think, what can I do? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Walking in the sand.
Got a lot of soul.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Because a guy's voice just doesn't cut it on those songs.
Well, not a lot of those songs were covered by the Beatles, though.
Right. Yeah.
Please, Mr. Postman. But it's nice to hear it how it was intended, I guess.
Well, so many people will say, can you sing Patsy Cline? Can you do a Patsy Cline song? So I said, absolutely, we will. And then Frank sings Fall to Pieces, and it freaks people out.
So we do. We'll
really?
do that too. We'll do that too, just to change.
Are any of those songs on the
Walking in the Sand.
Walking in the Sand
okay.
is on the CD. And then I think a lot of just rockabilly. We did New Orleans by Gary U.S. Bonds.
My favorite song on that CD.
There's a lot of good stuff. Rockin' Robin and
the guys do Tequila.
We did do Tequila.
that's after this.
Right.
Oh, you mean the song? Okay.
I was going to say
I got a bottle right here.
Yeah, I was going to say we played this. Right, we recorded the song too, but so. Yeah, a lot of fun.
That's great. Well, thanks, guys, for coming and coming out on this crazy day here. It's kind of besides the coronavirus going on. I mean, just the weather is kind of icky outside.
Yeah, somewhere between snow and rain.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we appreciate it.
I appreciate having you guys out here.
We appreciate
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
And come visit the museum or become charter members if you can.
Absolutely.
It's only $20 or $25, I believe. So
Oh, that's wonderful.
Absolutely.
This place is great.
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be nice once it's done. So
Can't wait.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
I said, hey, yeah. I said, hey, yeah. Well, come on, everybody, take a trip with me, yeah. Down to Mississippi, down to New Orleans.
Are you done yet? You still working on that?
Oh, are you still here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'll stop.
Must be one heck of a project you're working on.
It is. It is. Wait till I'm done.
Is it stainless steel?
It's stainless. It's stainless.
That's why it's so shiny.
It's going to be museum worthy.
Oh, okay, good. Well, that's good because we're at a museum.
That's true. We are. That's yeah.
But that was Frank and Christine, aka Rosie, of Rosie and The Rivets, and it was nice to hear from them and talk with them and find out what they're up to. They've been together about 5 years, and it's been an exciting ride for them.
They've been out in Iowa. They do a lot of the casinos. You're going to have to edit this.
Been where? Where have they been?
The casinos. They do. They said a lot of festivals. Unfortunately, right now nobody's playing. But
up in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, yeah, over by there.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
So anyway, how's your project coming along there? You're going to be good for make it here at the museum here? Make it something here?
Since all the restaurants and bars are closed and there's nothing to do, I'm just going to keep riveting.
Yeah, okay. That's very riveting.
It is very riveting.
Okay, well, thanks to Frank and Christine, a.k.a. Rosie, from Rosie and The Rivets for joining us. And what else? Be sure and listen. Be sure and share our podcast with all your friends.
And thanks to the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66 in beautiful downtown Joliet, Illinois, for providing us our wonderful studio space here. And don't forget to check them out on at roadtorock.org and sign up for a charter membership, and then listen to the roadtorockradio.net. That's the internet radio station of the museum, where they feature nothing but Illinois music.
Lots of it.
And then there's something else they do every Monday, isn't there?
There is. There's our podcast every Monday at 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. every Monday. That's great.
They feature one of our podcasts. So be sure and check it out. And thanks again for listening. And we'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.